This is Kardec Radio for Teens.
And now it's time for Message from a Teen in the Spirit World with your hosts, Mark Smith and Carol Correan.
Hello, dear friends, and welcome again to another Message from a Teen in the Spirit World. As Carlos continues to explore his new realities in the spiritual world, he comes to realize that the actions that he carried out all had consequences that reached not only him or impacted not only him, but also others, dear friends. So today we are going to revisit Carlos' consciousness with him as he re-examines his past actions and his present consequences by looking at life on earth as a schooling opportunity for the growth of all of our immortal spirits. So as Carlos sees himself for the first time as an immortal spirit, here's what he has to say. Conscience. I have learned a lot of unexpected lessons here. I never thought that being a lazy boy could do such harm. Ever since I realized this, my brother, I have cried a lot. Do you remember little Bichano, Dona Susana's cat, which I killed with rocks? Oh, how painful it is for me to tell you everything. During my classes, as I have gradually understood what our teacher has been teaching us about human obligations, I have been recalling my wrongs in more detail. Our self-understanding before the universe and life, so it seems to me, shines a much stronger light in the innermost areas of the soul. With this mysterious light, my memories of days gone by have resurfaced completely and actively in my mind. In this way, by going deep inside, I saw little Bichano, my victim, once again, and heard once more, his cries of anguish. Flooded with the light of true understanding, my inner sight seemed to have changed. I began to see little Bichano everywhere. He was with me during study time and recess, while at work and while at rest. A time came when I couldn't stand it anymore. I yelled as loud as I could. I begged for my teachers and classmates to help me. Appropriately enough, our instructor was talking to us about the love and gratitude we owe to animals, and within my conscience, at that unforgettable moment, the terrified eyes of the little cat seemed to look squarely into mine, begging for mercy. I was overcome and fell to my knees in tears. I confessed my terrible wrong in a loud voice and pleaded with the instructor to free me from that awful scene. My classmates turned to look at me when I fell screaming. Our instructor, however, smiled, as benevolent as always, came up to me, gave me a fatherly hug, and said, I already know what happened, my boy. Be calm and patient. You are getting better because you have found out about your wrongs by yourself. I saw that he was moved too because of his watery eyes. After a long pause, he patted my head and explained, because you needlessly killed that industrious and innocent cat, the picture of your victim is deeply engraved in your memory. Knowing that my teacher could see what was hidden in my memories, I hugged him and pleaded, my protector and friend, help me for mercy's sake. He listened emotionally to my plea and felt pity for me because he put his kind hands on my head and prayed with such wonderful feeling for peace of mind that I felt suddenly renewed. Those caring hands radiated an intense light that pierced my entire soul and bathed it with new energies. In light of the relief from my confession in front of everyone, my spirit settled down. So we see here, dear listeners, many lessons for us to take to heart with us. If we truly want to become peacemakers, those who are meek in spirit, who according to our model, Christ, will own the kingdom of heaven and will belong to the kingdom of heaven, we too shall take this opportunity for reflection. So we learn through Carlos and with Carlos, dear friends, that if we wish to be at peace and to share peace with one another, we shall examine our actions and understand that even the little actions that we push to the back of our mind quite often may have an impact on others. And while we are wearing the physical vest like we are at this moment, we are more equipped to reach out to those people and make amends if necessary. The amends aren't necessarily only to benefit them, but also to bring us peace of mind. Also, dear friends, we are invited through Carlos's experience to have an open heart. What does that mean? If we have secrets that we are ashamed about, we shall talk to our guardian angel, the spirit that God confided us with, the spirit that is our spiritual personal trainer in the gym of the soul. And we shall converse with this spirit and share with this spirit every one of the little heavy pebbles that we may carry in the soil of our hearts. Because we learn with Carlos and through Carlos that the more we share, the more open we are, the lighter our spirit will be. And we will not, dear friends, have emotional nodules or emotional tumors to carry along with us through another stage of life or at an older age or even to the spiritual realm. Because as we learn with Carlos today, we shall face our consciousness sooner or later. So why not be kind and gentle with ourselves and say, I know I can be better today than I was yesterday, and tomorrow I shall be better than I was today. And the definition of a true spiritist, dear friends, is not one that is perfect, but one that seeks to understand his or her bad tendencies and tries to combat them with all his or her might. So let us have courage to visit the realms of our own hearts and ask ourselves each day, with the help of our loving guardian angel, how can I be better tomorrow than I was today? How can I love people more? Am I ready to serve? So these are questions that we can take to heart from Carlos's beautiful experience that is indeed universal, because all of us who are wearing a physical body right now shall pass through the threshold of life and become discarnate spirits as well, returning to our true home. So let us now say a prayer from heart to heart, thanking Jesus, our guide and model, for this beautiful opportunity that we have in this reincarnation to get to know ourselves and to better ourselves, to live and undergo the lessons that we may not have been spiritually prepared to undergo prior to this reincarnation. And let us thank our guide and model as well as our Creator for the beautiful guardian angel that He has entrusted to each and every one of us, representing His very own presence in the landscape of our lives. Let us learn to build a beautiful, loving, fraternal, and truthful relationship with this friend, so that we shall overcome our own tendencies and become a peacemaker from the inside out. So be it, dear friends, and may all the blessings of our Christ Jesus' peaceful heart remain with you until we meet again. Many, many blessings today and always.
This has been Kardec Radio for Teens. Thank you all for listening.